Roldan. Now, the last time most American boxing fans saw him, it was here in Las Vegas against the champion Marvin Hagler in the middleweight championship bout. And that fight had a number of odd occurrences during it. A bad poke in the eye that ultimately ended the fight, and a questionable knockdown that was credited to Roldan, although most people thought that it should not have been, and it was, in the record book at least, the first ever knockdown of Marvin Hagler. Marvin, of course, didn't accept it as a knockdown and considers he has never been to the canvas. That's Tito Lectoure, his manager and trainer on the left. He retired, did Roldan, after the Hagler fight, but has come back successfully with 11 consecutive victories. 2 of them as a light heavyweight, the other 9 as a middleweight. Now here's James Kinchen, 37-2-2, 29 KOs to his credit. And James Kinchen has been a top-ranked fighter for some time and has been so far denied the opportunity to fight for the title. It grates on him. However, in his last bout against Iran Barkley, he was defeated and was set back in his quest for a title shot. So here tonight, as Kinchen, who came in, as did Roldan, at 161 pounds, with an allowable give or take over the 160-pound limit, Kinchen realizes that he can position himself again for another title fight. But he must get by the opportunity with a victory here against Juan Domingo Roldan of Argentina. The rules for this fight are under the Nevada Commission.
Once again in the middleweight division. Introducing in the blue corner, hailing from Córdoba, Argentina, weighing 161 pounds, with a professional record of 60 wins, 3 defeats, 2 draws with 40 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Juan Domingo Roldan. And in the red corner, from San Diego, California, he too weighs 161 pounds. His professional record consists of 37 wins, 2 defeats, 2 draws, with 29 KOs. Introducing, ladies and gentlemen, James "The Heat" Kinchen.
Well done. Good look at James Kinchen. The referee for this bout, Carlos Padilla. The judges are Dalby Shirley, Jerry Roth, and Chuck Giampa.
10 rounds. You know the rules of boxing. Avoid using any kinds of foul. Don't throw any punches during the break. Is that clear? Ronnie, Joseph, you will be responsible for any misbehavior of your assistant second. Is that clear? Seconds, come out fighting.
So James Kinchen, ranked number 5 by the WBC, number 6 by the WBA, number 5 by the IBF. Roldan is number 2 in the World Boxing Council ranking, and number 5 in the WBA. 30 years of age, Kinchen 29. Each of them knowing that time is marching on for them. The winner of this is still very much in the title picture. The loser would fall back considerably, as there are a lot of young middleweights coming along, the likes of Alajade and Nunn and Iran Barkley, several others that could take the opportunity from the loser of this bout. Kinchen in white, Roldan in red.
Tim, here you have the number 2 ranked middleweight in the world in Roldan. He's boxing an underneath bout in this great world championship fight between Marvelous Marvin and Sugar Ray. It reminds me of the time when Sugar Ray boxed Benitez and Hagler boxed the underneath bout against Vito Antuofermo. In 6 months, you can be watching this guy fight with either one of these guys. The winner could be fighting for the championship of the world.
Well, that's a good point, Gil. And it cannot be lost on Roldan, who fought with a lot of guts and plenty of dangerous possibility against Marvin Hagler here in Las Vegas. But when he got the shot in the eye, thumb or otherwise, he just ultimately was unable to continue.
Switched the fight around completely, Tim. You know, Kinchen is a very, very good technical fighter. Watch him inside. He throws nice short punches, short combinations.
James Kinchen from McKinney, Texas, now lives in San Diego, California. 5-time Texas Golden Glove champion. 4 different divisions. Semi-finalist in the National AAUs. So he had a real good amateur career. Halfway through round number 1. Scheduled for 10. Middleweight activity. Kinchen managed by Bob DiFilippi and trained by Eddie Futch, one of the respected names in the sport of boxing. Edson Lewis in his corner, a former pro. Tito Lectoure, Miguel Diaz, and Adolfo Robledo in the corner of Juan Domingo Roldan. From Córdoba. Argentina.
Roldan is missing, Tim. And by a large margin. It's not even close.
Roldan may not be so familiar to American fans apart from that one bout against Hagler, but he has wins over Teddy Mann, Frank Fletcher, and J.B. Williamson. That time Williamson a light heavyweight, and Roldan as well.
Tim, when he knocked Fletcher out, it was a devastating knockout, and it was in his same ring. He can punch, no question about that.
Kinchen was very disappointed after his loss to Iran Barkley. But he's getting another opportunity here against Roldan.
In the Barkley fight, he just was not active enough. Barkley just kept getting the edge every round because he was a busier fighter.
Big right hand by Roldan as we approach the end of round one. Landed to the ear of Kinchen. To Schuler.
First right hand lead by Kinchen by Roldan, hit Kinchen right on the fire. Just walked right there. He nailed him with it again.
We're in round number 3. It will be hard to believe that he can withstand those bombs for much longer.
What Kinchen has to do, Tim, is start pumping that jab and doubling it up. That'll take that right hand away from Kinchen. But he had better start doing it.
Roldan, but it has to happen.
Away from Roldan,
yeah.
Right. Kinchen has to double that jab.
Jim Ryan with Gil Clancy and Jim Hill. We're at Caesar's Palace, where it is a beautiful evening for the big fight. Hagler and Leonard to follow live around the world on closed circuit via satellite. 50 countries will be seeing the action tonight. Watching this bout right now, Roldan and Kinchen.
Kinchen is just being outworked.
Halfway
1, 2, no counter. Thought he was butted, Roldan. Checked his eye to see if it was cut.
Good right counter by Kinchen. They both scored on the next exchange.
Roldan better have more ammunition than just that right-hand lead, because no matter what, after a while, Kinchen's going to have to figure something out that he can't get hit with it. That seems to be the only ammunition that Roldan has at the moment. Right-hand lead.
Certainly doesn't do anything with that jab. When he does move it, it's just kind of a paw. 30 seconds remaining in the third round, scheduled for 10. James Kinchen with wins over Buster Drayton, Alex Ramos, Billy Sutherland. During his career, knowing that this is the big one for him tonight. Good combination by Roldan.
And Kinchen's flared right back, Tim.
Into round number 3. Well, we're looking now at the dressing room door of Sugar Ray Leonard as he prepares mentally and getting himself together for the big fight to follow against Marvin Hagler. And at this point, as we are inside the dressing room, there's Angelo Dundee, one of his 3 trainers, and I'm sorry, outside the dressing room. Inside, apparently, we're just told that they are having a family prayer session prior to the big fight.
You know, knowing Angelo, he signed a contract with Pepsi Cola.
He just did his commercial here.
Told you.
Your old friend and compatriot. How many times were you in the opposite corner? You remember offhand?
Too many.
Too many, huh?
We both got paid every time.
I won't even ask who holds the upper hand in the record matches against each other.
You know I'm way ahead of him. Yes.
It's funny, he told me just the opposite.
That's because he can't count.
This is round number 4. Juan Domingo Roldan and James Kinchen.
And you're right. All Roldan does is pull with that left hand and throw wide right hands. I mean, that's not much of an attack to figure out. That was a good left hook by Roldan. But Kinchen just is not an active fighter. Another good slapping hook by Roldan.
Another right hand scored. Able to land it at will, and then every now and then he throws that left hook.
Kinchen's one of those guys, Tim. I've seen fighters like him to get back in the locker room after losing a decision. They'll say, "Gee, that guy can't fight. Get him for me again." I used to tell him, "You just had him." I mean, this is the time to do it, not tomorrow.
Well, that was pretty much his response after the Barkley loss.
Well, he's doing a rerun right now.
And yet, there's only 2 losses on his record, but got to learn to win the big ones. Right now, he's giving the edge to Roldan. We're in round number 4. Scheduled for 10.
And we know he has the talent. I've seen him throw some beautiful short combinations in the Barkley fight inside, but he's not using them. Oh, boy, look at that call today, huh?
What does he weigh?
Back.
What weight division is he in?
How do you like that?
Got a little muscle backing up Roldan, too. They look around this packed arena. You can almost feel it in the air. Even though the fans are enjoying the action here, there's an anticipation rather than an involvement. They're here for the Hagler-Leonard fight, that's for sure.
Jim, this is the toughest spot for 2 fighters to be in. Everybody waiting for that big super fight to take place, and these guys trying to entertain them in the meanwhile. It's tough.
Final seconds of round number 4.
Get up.
A little finishing flurry by...
Double-double with everything.
We make each one for you.
And in and out.
And Gil Clancy with Jim Hill. Bringing you this middleweight action now. James Kinchen in the white trunks. Juan Domingo Roldan in red. Just to reiterate, in case I had confused anybody other than myself, in the comeback by Roldan since the Hagler fight, 9 of his 11 victories have been as a light heavyweight. So he has had to come down to make this 160 mark tonight. But doesn't seem any the worse to wear for it. In fact, as we've indicated, that we've got him leading this bout.
Nothing sparkling, just on the work ethic, Tim.
Yeah. Roldan backs up Kinchen. Kinchen showed against Iran Barkley he can take a punch going the distance against a heavy hitter like that, and he's taken a number of these heavy right hands from Roldan. And while he had his knees buckled once and appeared to be jolted severely a couple other times, he is still on his feet and been in no apparent trouble. But he doesn't do anything to turn the tide, does he, Gil?
No, he never flares up, Tim. I mean, you know, if you were walking down the street, anybody, if you're walking down the street and somebody walks up and slaps you in the face, it's going to be an automatic reaction. You're going to hit him back.
Oh, I would turn the other cheek.
Well, you would. Yes, you are. That I know for sure. But the average person would punch back. He gets hit. He doesn't get angry. He doesn't flare up. No emotion. He's okay. Nice punch. That's the problem, you know, because I know he has the technical ability.
Well, it's the will to win, and that's going to play such a role in the fight to follow Hagler-Leonard. What's terrific about this sport, there's a lot more than the technical skills involved. Great to have those, give you an advantage, but heart and the will to win seem to really measure the great ones. Big right hand again by Roldan.
Jimmy, he's just walking in at will because he doesn't have to pay. If he misses, Kinchen doesn't count it.
Did land a right hand there.
Yeah, good jolting right hand.
Another right to the ear from Roldan. And another.
It's like chopping a tree down. He just gets boom, boom, boom with the right hand.
A little blood from the nose of Roldan. And they beat him into the final seconds of round 5.
James Davis to our customers' needs.
You know, these Rockaway Beach people know these things.
You wouldn't be from Rockaway Beach, but we're in round number 6. And toe-to-toe in the middle of the ring. Roldan putting some extra pressure on, but unable to move back Kinchen. Another right landed.
Can't miss with that right hand.
Kinchen take a punch. That's been established.
Well,
another right hand. That moved him.
I'm telling you, it's like a lumberjack chopping a tree down.
I don't remember Kinchen being quite this vulnerable before, though, Gil, because he's technically sound.
Never. Well, Timmy, not tonight. He just pushes that jab out. You can throw right hands over it. He's not snapping it. He's not doubling it up. I mean, these are the things that you have to do, and I imagine that they're telling him that in the corner, but he's just not doing it. And you have, we also say in the boxing business, you have to jab with your feet. When you jab, you just got to snap and move your feet in there. That way, you're taking away the guy's right hand. You can't pour out with your left hand. Stay right within punching range.
Well, I have to make this kind of interesting little projection here halfway through round 6. If Roldan wins, if Hagler wins and decides to go for Monzon's record, it is very conceivable that in a rematch between Hagler and Roldan, you would have Marvin Hagler making his 14th title defense against an Argentinian. And of course, Carlos Monzon holds the record, the great Argentinian middleweight champion of 14 successful defenses. Who knows what lies down the road after tonight?
That's right, Jim. And, you know, despite the fact that Hagler already stopped Roldan, there was a lot of controversy because Roldan was doing very, very good.
Yeah.
Up until the time of either the punch or the thumb when the thumb went into his eye.
A minute to go in round 6. Well, those are pure speculations, I grant you, but there is a certain amount of irony involved if they happen to occur with Monzon, no doubt, would be at ringside for that bout. Great Argentinian middleweight champion. Years past, and he was handled by Tito Lacuri. And now Roldan.
Now Kinchen is starting to throw a couple of nice short little combinations inside.
After the 30-second mark we go. The boxers have been getting at closer quarters in this round. Final seconds of round 6.
Kinchen's left eye, Tim, is starting to close.
Well, he's had at least a dozen solid rights land on it. The end of round 6 as they rough each other up with a couple of low blows. Bell ending round number 6. Into the corner of James Kinchen. Let's listen to Eddie Fetch.
Stay on your toes and keep moving, make them miss and counter punch on you. Nice up on that eye. Get a little cold up on there.
Now you hear the voice of Dr. Clemente looking at the eye.
There's that end swell, Tim.
Keep that cold.
The left eye of James Kinchen.
Try that for us.
Well, Tim, the end swell is a piece of metal that they keep in the ice box.
Here we go.
It's just the same as rubbing an ice cube on the eye, except that you can get more pressure with the end swell, and it just pushes the fluid out of the eye, and hopefully gets rid of the swelling.
Now, Dr. Omansky examined it, and now they're putting a little under the right eye, which is less of a problem at the moment for him than the left. Eddie Futch doing the work in the corner. And again, Roldan stood through the entire minute rest period. Round number 7, scheduled for 10.
He's just so much more active than Kinchen. He's dancing, he's bouncing.
Kinchen in white, middleweight action, round number 6, scheduled for 10, as we said. And to follow, round number 7, pardon me, we're in the 7th round of this 10-rounder, and everybody here in the Caesars Palace Stadium just waiting for Hagler-Leonard. They've been unable to get into this fight, and especially the fact that Roldan, being the better man, of course, he has got a huge contingent of followers from Argentina here. James Kinchen has not given the local audience, the American audience in this case, much to holler about.
Seems to be waking up a little bit now, though, Tim Kinchen. A little more snap on the jab.
Has scored 29 knockouts in his career. But whether he's got enough at this stage to suddenly stop Roldan seems unlikely.
Hit Roldan a good right hand behind the neck, Tim.
Under a minute to go, round 7.
Did you see a tricky move by Roldan on the ropes? He came up with a right uppercut. Beautiful move.
A little more swelling under the right eye of Kinchen now. Most of that damage is to that side from the left hook of Roldan. And
look at these punches that Roldan is throwing. You know, Tim, look, Kinchen stands up there of the perfect classic stance. Beautiful balance, everything else, and yet a guy that looks awkward like Roldan is actually outboxing. It goes to show you that boxing is a very, very complicated sport.
Kinchen's eyes now swollen, both sides. Taking a lot of punishment.
Low blow by Kinchen, very low. And that is back to the referee, no warning.
Final seconds of the 7th round. Roldan continues to be relentless. Virtually non-stop punching by Roldan. You think back to the 7th round, he hasn't rested at all. Let's listen to Eddie Futch again in the Kinchen corner.
Oh, you give me what? Yes, Bill. Okay. Okay. All right, James. Okay, guys. Down you go. Come out to move. I was just trying to hit him with a straight right hand. That's your jab. Yeah, straight right hand. You got to step in a little closer. And you got to be first. You can't wait on him. Wait on him, he'll always trick you into something. Yeah, you're taking the play away from him. You've got to be first. Got to be first, okay? Let's keep putting them together.
There's that right uppercut by Roldan. What a punch, Tim. Sucker Kinchen into that beautifully. There it is again. I said, I'm glad these are replays for Kinchen's sake.
Yeah, he only got hit once by that punch, and we saw it twice. Round number 8 of the scheduled 10-rounder. Tim Ryan Go Clancy with Jim Hill, and it would appear to me, on our scorecard at least, that shutout is being pitched here by Juan Roldan. He might give the first round or even to Kinchen, but we've given everything else to Roldan.
And Eddie Futch, as we all heard, said you have to be first. You got to be first. As soon as the bell rang, Roldan came out and he was first.
Another of those sneaky little kind of half uppercuts he throws. And a big right hand. Another right hand.
Tim, he's slapping Kinchen all over the place.
High energy from Roldan, and was obviously tremendously well prepared for this bout. He fought on February 6th of this year, a fourth-round knockout of Tomas Polo back in Argentina. He has just not stopped. Fights again, another right, snapping back the head of Kinchen.
Wobble Kinchen a little bit that time, Tim. Little rocky.
Kinchen has not been stopped in his 2 defeats. That one landed right at the top of the head.
I don't think Kinchen's landed 4 solid punches the entire fight, and Roldan's walking around him with his hands down.
Little blood from the nose of Roldan. Serious. He is in command of this bout. Barring the big punch from Kinchen, Roldan would appear to have seized the opportunity to get himself right back into the middleweight title picture. 1 minute to go in round 8. Another big right hand.
That was a hard right hand, Tim. A little more body into that one. Kinchen knows he's in trouble right now.
Roldan may not be elegant, but he's effective.
Darn right. He's so relaxed, and very, very relaxed guy inside. That was a new punch he just showed us then, right hand to the body.
Another right to the head. Kinchen is just virtually surviving at this point. Seems determined to stay in there, not go to the canvas. He hasn't experienced that yet, but Roldan's just taken the fight away from him. Final seconds of round number 8. And you can see the effect there as Kinchen didn't know what corner he was in. Had to check to see where his corner was.
Well, he got a little help from Roldan. He got hit right at the bell, turned him around.
Yeah, but he was uncertain. That is a tired, beaten-up fighter, as we remind you that very shortly now, marvelous Marvin Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard. The super fight for the middleweight championship upcoming here.
Here we see tricky Roldan. Look at that looping right hand, but look at the accuracy right on the side of the chin. And, you know, we don't teach fighters to throw punches like that, Tim. He's a natural.
You see the impact there, snapping back the head of Kinchen.
You got to go down on the knee. You got to kick your left hand high.
And he
can't stand up straight, Dave. Yeah, he's second down. Stay low.
Working on those swollen eyes of Kinchen, whose face does not look at all like it did when the fight began.
You know, Tim, if I was in Kinchen's corner, I'd have to tell him, look, you're going to have to let it all hang out. You have to win by a knockout. You know, there's no sense talking technical stuff when it gets this part of the fight. I mean, you know, that's just about what it is.
And again, the relentless Roldan comes out and sets a heavy pace and backs up Kinchen. Roldan has been a whirling dervish the entire fight, non-stop punching.
Doing anything he wants with him, Tim. Carlos Padilla was starting to take a good long look at James Kinchen.
Yeah, and he should be too, because he's just not even able to punch back, and when he does, got nothing on it. Now his left eye is starting to close up on him. Kinchen is just a beat man, and Eddie Futch has come up. Eddie Futch has come up and stopped the fight. I think that is a commendable act on Futch's part. I think he has sensed for the last couple of rounds this man is going nowhere, and that was the kind and right thing to do. Do you agree, Gil?
I certainly do, Tim, no question about it.
Juan Domingo Roldan with a 9th round technical, well, it's not a technical knockout because it was stopped by Eddie Futch, the cornerman for James Kinchen. I guess officially it does become a TKO, but not to the effect where the referee stopped the fight, but he wasn't far from it. Gil, you had just finished saying Carlos Padilla was looking very closely at James Kinchen. I think in another few seconds it would have been Padilla, not Futch, stopping the fight. So Juan Roldan moves to 64, 3-2, and at 106 of the 9th round, the fight is stopped, and Roldan suddenly finds himself in position for perhaps another middleweight title opportunity. And the irony of that, should it be against Marvin Hagler, and that remains to be seen, of course, the Argentinian could be in a position in the 14th title defense by Marvin Hagler if he gets by Sugar Ray Leonard tonight. A big if indeed. And you saw some of the right-handed punching power of the victorious Juan Domingo Roldan. His manager and trainer, Tito Lectori, a very calm person, an old pro in the boxing business, but he's got to know suddenly he's got a hot property again. Oh, yeah. All right, let's go up to ring announcer Chuck Hull.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Carlos Padilla stops the bout at 1 minute 6 seconds of the 9th round. The winner by a TKO, Juan Domingo Roldan.
Juan Domingo Roldan